Hey everyone, Amanda with Red F Designs here with a different kind of video. I recently got this gigantic bag of glazes as a present from a friend of mine who was quitting pottery. Her name is Samina. This is one of her mugs. I'm drinking tea out of it this morning. And I met her at the community studio that I started at. She's just had her fourth kid, so she is selling her wheel. She's sold everything. She's getting rid of all her glazes, and she gave them to me. So I'm super excited. It's been a month or two, but I've been really trying to set up this video. I haven't looked at them yet. I pulled the Smoky Merlot off the top. I think you heard my Smoky Merlot story in my last kiln opening, but so these are, it's a whole giant, I can barely even lift it. It's a whole giant bag of glazes that are partially used and I get to try. So I'm super excited to look at all of them and to go through them with you and show you. I haven't looked at the ones on the bottom. I've kind of, glanced at a few on top, but I'm really trying to make it a mystery bag. So, okay, let's go through them together. And I'd love if in the comments you could say, what your favorite combos are with these glazes, or a story about how you first started pottery. I remember, here, let me rotate down a little bit here to show you these glazes. I remember meeting Samina for the first time at my community studio, and she was pinching this amazing pot, and I thought, like, I have to learn how to do that. So, yeah, it's too bad that she's quitting, but hopefully, I told her she can fire anything in my kiln that she wants to, so in the future. So hopefully maybe she's watching and she can see me go through all these glazes too with you. So okay, here's the first one. This one's one that I've never had, Chino by Amaco. I've gotten some of the, what am I trying to say, like the acai and the chai and the oolong and the matcha and stuff. Those are Chinos, but this one is kind of a more classic one they've had for a while. Ooh, Temuku. This one's the one, I mean, I've seen Lisa Finkel use it a lot. She is one that she makes herself, so it's slightly different, but hopefully it has little golden crystals in it. And she always pairs it with Power Turquoise, and it looks really good. Is this a good camera angle? I don't know. I want you to be able to see the glazes as I'm pulling them out, but I just also don't. Oh, there we go. I also don't only want you looking at my chest the whole time, so, okay. Ooh, Lustrous Jade. I already have this one. This one's a good one. A nice kind of green with a certain shine to it, for sure. Arctic Blue is another one that I already have. It's kind of not a turquoise blue, but a light, almost purplish blue, and it breaks kind of brown. So it's pretty interesting. Let's see here. Ooh, Toasted Sage. I've never had this one. I've seen certain people use it, and it kind of, in combination, produces like a lightly freckled surface. So that's going to be cool. Toasted Sage. Seaweed, of course. It's a staple in anybody's glaze cabinet. Really looks good in combination with other things. I know some people like that don't like it on its own, and when you refire it, it gets almost metallic. I like that about it. Snapdragon. This one's a Celadon. It's actually a pretty red. I have this one already. It's a pretty red color. You would think that it would be light and pink, but it's very red, and even on brown clay, it's red. Some of the celadons, like that one, are not, I don't know, not 100% transparent for me. That one always has kind of like a little opacity to it. Oh, here we go. Deep olive speckle. I think I have some of that somewhere, but I don't think I have an official jar of it. This one is nice. It's kind of more like flat. Like it doesn't break that well over texture, but it's an interesting color. In my studio, they always call it the Shrek color because it's kind of that certain kind of green. Okay, Blue Midnight. I don't know if I have that one. Was that one that I just bought for a combo? I saw a combo that had, I think it was Blue Midnight and Smoky Merlot. But maybe it was a different blue, now that I'm thinking of it. Anyway, Blue Midnight, that looks like a really, like a nice dark blue that breaks well over texture. I don't have a lot of these like super classic Amaco glazes for some reason. Once I started buying glaze, I kind of went for all the crazy glazes, the ones that were purple and, you know, produced really crazy effects. Bluestone, I have this one. It's a really nice kind of a matte color, and it looks really good over dark clay because it breaks a certain way. It's definitely got a matte look to it though, so. Okay, let's go for all the amber. Oh, textured amber brown, that's fun. I recently saw a video of Jessica from Clayshare doing, she was making some acorn plates and she did the top that had a texture on it in the textured amber brown and it looked really nice. It's very much, it's like kind of like a root beer or something like that, very shiny, and a brown breaking to a lighter brown. Iron luster, you gotta always have that, at least for combinations. That one's gonna need some reconstituting, we'll call it. How does everyone keep their glazes? I know Selena had kind of like or people who are throwing, they have kind of like a studio that has a lot of clay splatters and stuff on everything, and I kind of work in a separate room in my house, so I can't do that. So always everything I have is like, you know, wiped down and you know, like stuff like this, so that I don't produce like a lot of excess dust. I'm always wiping everything down. But if you had a space, you know, to keep all of your dirty stuff, and I know throwing is really dirty, which is why partially why I don't do it. I love hand building just for the slowness of it. I'm not a real coordinated person, you know, sports and such, so wheel throwing, you know, there's a certain, I don't know, coordination to it that I haven't quite mastered. So try a mat. I really like that one. That one's a really good one to have, especially for like wood textures and things like that. They really show the texture well. This is one of those Chinos I was saying. They're listed under Amaco Chinos, but Amaco Chino itself is a different glaze. So. Ironstone. I don't know if I've ever even heard of that one. Does anyone have that one? Ironstone? Yeah. She had a little bit more of a classical taste in glaze than I do. Mine are all the bright blues and crazy stuff. Umber Float, same thing. Never heard of that one. I bet these are all going to be really good. You know, in combination with other glazes. Let's see here. Oh, Ancient Jasper. It's always a good one. My son's name is Jasper, so I always like that one. There's the picture on it. Same one. I've never gotten that nice red that you get with the Ancient Jasper. I fire at Cone 5 though, so sometimes, you know, certain glazes don't work the best. They only come to their full potential at cone 6. And the full colors. Okay, here we're getting down to the bottom. I think that's all the Amacos. Look at this one. A whole liquid underglaze, color peach. I wonder what she was doing with that. What would you do with that? Peach underglaze. I'll have to. Ooh, there it goes. I'll have to start thinking up stuff to use all these glazes for. A lot of times when I buy a glaze, you know, on purpose, I kind of have something that I've been wanting to make with it, and so I'm like, you know, I'll buy it and I'll be like, oh yeah, this is the one combo I want to make with it, and then I make that combo, and then either it's awesome or nah, and then I go and buy another glaze. So these are going to be interesting to think about. I'll have to make a list of them. Oh, check this out. High Fire Texturizer. You know, I really enjoy the Mayco Rutile Wash, which I think is something similar to this. It's like a rutile solution or something. And yeah, it creates some interesting effects either over or under a glaze. That's going to be interesting to check out. They're discontinuing the rutile wash, so I bought like 6 jars of it because I thought it was interesting. Okay, here we go. Coyote Walnut. Never heard of it. There's the test tile. That seems cool. Yeah. Whenever I hear about a new glaze, I go to the Facebook groups. There's a Facebook group for like every glaze company. There's an Amaco, Mayco, Spectrum, Laguna, Opulence, all that. And it's where people go to share their combinations of those companies. And so you go there and do the little search bar, and you search for the glaze that you were interested in, and it gives you all the posts that anyone has ever mentioned that glaze in. So it's a pretty cool. I've learned a lot really from the Facebook groups, and so if you haven't checked those out, you totally should. Okay, this one's like a rock inside, so it's gonna need some help. Antique Jade from Laguna, which is one that I've really been loving lately. I love it on brown clay and dark clay. It just gives like a really nice floaty green, but also shows the texture. So, ooh. Yeah, back in the day, Samina, she used to go to Georgie's a lot, and I never get to go, so she would like buy stuff for, I mean, I would buy it, and she would bring it back to me, and we would like trade for stuff. And at one point, when these Midnight Ceramics glazes came out, we were both really excited, and so we both ordered a couple of them. So I didn't order this one, but now I get to have it because she ordered it. Sexy Mermaid. That's like a, yeah, it's pretty full. This one's like an independent glaze company. You can check them out. Midnight Ceramics on Insta. But I've never tried it, so that's fun. It's kind of got like blue. You can see some blue in it, and there's some little particles too. Oh, here's another one. This is one I actually got from Midnight Ceramics, and I used it. It's a nice white. It's like kind of a unicorn skin. It's a white that has some particles in it. And they also have a black, and when you put the white over the black, it does oil spot effect. So, ooh, Power Turquoise. Here we go. I wonder if this is the old Power Turquoise or not. I guess I'd have to do some research into the batch number, which is actually rubbed off, so You know, they reformulated the powder turquoise recently, and some people say it's not quite the same, so who knows. A lot of places are closing and ingredients are getting scarce and going away. It's kind of a crazy time for pottery ever since the pandemic. This one is Coyote Beech Nut. That looks kind of like a tan brown. I don't ever buy tan glazes, so this is going to be interesting. And I don't actually have that many coyotes either. I have a couple just because I knew about them. But... oh, what do we got here? Oh, Mayco Stone Denim. One that I don't have either. It's kind of like the Mayco's Blue Rutile, I think. But maybe, you know, a tiny bit different. But basically that kind of blue that breaks to a dark brown. That's exciting. Okay, so what else do we have in here? There's a couple, bentonite. That's from making glazes. And just to make sure that when you're mixing a glaze that everything stays all, you know, smooth and suspended together. Here's a kiln wash from Georgie's. That's exciting. Always use some more kiln wash. And a brush to brush it with. And another kiln wash. And, oh, what's this? Georgie's Red Art Terrasigillata. That's fun. That's kind of just a little sample jar. The terracig is a whole other, you know, route to go down. You can, you know, make all these different kinds of, and brush it on and then burnish it, and so that it looks really nice. Here we go. Mayco Fundamentals. I guess that's the underglaze. King's Blue. And Fundamentals Fire Engine Red. And then there's this jar of, what is it? Builder. Liquid latex rubber. Oh, okay. So this is like a latex. It's kind of, you can use it as like a glaze resist. You paint it on, and then it dries into this little rubbery bit, and then you peel it off after you've, you know, painted your glaze over the top and used it as a resist. I wonder, I don't know if this is a underglaze pencil specifically, or just a pencil. And a little mold knife. She's cleaning everything out. I don't know. Usually when I quit at craft, I don't get rid of everything. I just put it in my garage. I've done so many different crafts through the years. Maybe someday I'll make a video about all those. Okay, so we got these speedball underglaze. I have some speedball underglaze, and it does not have this label on it. So I wonder if these are like old or new. Okay, so a black, a yellow, brown. Just take some tea. I'm a tea drinker. Are you guys tea drinkers or coffee drinkers? Or something else? Royal blue. Orange. Pink. Nice. I got a couple speedball ones already because, gray, because supposedly they have a good pink, at least supposedly a couple of years ago. Now everybody's into the kiwi underglaze, which I don't have any of. But they supposedly had a good pink, and I tried it a couple times. It was all right. I always use it though in the context of underglaze, and having something over it or dripping onto it or something, whereas a lot of people use underglaze to do little intricate paintings. I'm sure it's better for that. Let's see here. We got some stroke and coats. There's Cashew Later and Moody Blue and Bluegrass. These ones are all good at Cone 6 ones. Army Surplus. I recently used that to do a olive, and I was really happy with it. And then 3 more items. Let's see. Duncan Cover Coat. What is that? 3 coats to Greenware or Bisque. Firing range cone 06 to 6. So I guess this is like the Duncan version of the stroke coats. So I've got, oh, this is Cover Coat. Cover Coat, Arctic White, Dark Blue, and Fern Green. Fern is my daughter's name. And then Duncan, oh, Concepts, that goes with the other ones. That's an underglaze also. That's, what color is that? Dark Tide Pool. That one looks really nice. And then this one is white. It's beautiful. Okay, so that's it. That was a whole big giant bag of glazes. And a big thank you to Smina for giving me those. It's an amazing gift, and I'm super thankful. And so I'm gonna get to sponging off these bottles and adding them to my collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon, hopefully in my next kiln opening or something else that I decide to do. Okay, peace. Have a great day.